What is not yours can never be yours. No one ends well with scams. But somehow, it looks like there is a race for some young people to get rich by all means, regardless of the consequences. Interestingly, there is something about crime that drags the perpetrators to the place where the crime was committed. It's just a matter of time. So, hello, and welcome again to the International Business Entrepreneurs, or Grifters podcast. Geopolitical Queen here, with today's episode on a 34-year-old, self-acclaimed young Nigerian millionaire who was nothing but a fraudster, who tricked a Massachusetts resident into wiring more than $2.5 million abroad. Charles Uchenna Nwadovid is a 34-year-old Nigerian national and CEO of Enek Bullion Concept in Nigeria. He was arrested on April 7, 2025, upon arrival at Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport from a trip from the United Kingdom. He is alleged to have played a role in allegedly stealing more than $2.5 million from 6 romance scam victims and transferring their money to cryptocurrency accounts that he controlled. Unaware of a sealed federal indictment issued by a grand jury in Boston in January 2024 on charges of mail fraud and money laundering, he was immediately taken into custody by U.S. authorities who had been alerted of his travel plans. Nwadovid appeared in federal court in Fort Worth, Texas, on April 8, 2025, and was detained pending further proceedings. He will appear in federal court in Boston at a later date. According to the charging documents, he was involved in romance scams, mail fraud, and money laundering. He recruited victims through advertisements for online relationships on dating or social media websites. So when did this happen? Between in or about 2016 and September 2019, Nwadovid allegedly participated in romance scams that tricked victims into sending money abroad. In an effort to conceal his role as the recipient of the victim's funds, Nwadovid allegedly used a victim from Massachusetts, referred to as Victim 1, to receive funds from 5 other victims around the United States. Nwadovid then allegedly tricked Victim 1 into passing her own and the other victim's money to him through cryptocurrency transactions and allegedly accessed accounts in Victim 1's name from overseas to transfer the victim's funds to accounts he controlled at Local Bitcoins, an online cryptocurrency platform. The mail fraud charge provides for a sentence of up to 20 years in prison, 3 years of supervised release, a fine of up to $250,000 or twice the loss to the victim, restitution and forfeiture. The money laundering charges also provide for a sentence of up to 20 years in prison, 3 years of supervised release, and a fine of up to $500,000 or twice the value of the property involved in the laundering transactions, restitution, and forfeiture. He will also be subjected to deportation upon completion of any sentence imposed. Nwadovid appeared in federal court in Fort Worth, Texas, on April 8, 2025, after his arrest on the 7th of April, 2025. He is detained pending further proceedings and expected to be transferred to Boston to face trial. If convicted, he could face up to 40 years in prison, substantial fines, restitution, and potential deportation after serving his sentence. But as is the natural law, the defendant is presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt in a court of law. So here you have, folks. Was Charles Uchenna Nwadovid another young hustler in a hurry to get rich by hook or crook, or he was just a victim of circumstances? Well, if you enjoy hearing about another self-acclaimed young Nigerian millionaire who was nothing but a fraudster, then kindly leave your comments in the comments section below, and thanks for tuning in. I will be back with the next broadcast. Good day.